You're listening to the Monday Night Community Show with Daniel on BRFM.
This is the Daniel Monday Night Community Show on demand through YouTube. Thank you very much for choosing to listen to us through this method. If you'd like to keep up to date with when I add new interviews, then subscribe to this channel.
If he should speak of what he knows?
Your present king is hot and quick to action. He will not let the Thane of Cawdor live long enough to fill the air with words.
How canst thou be certain?
Upon the victory of the battlefield, whether the Norwegian lord prevails or no, thy husband must, at least at first, remain within the royal court. Once the throne is secure, he must then find an excuse, a pretext, on which he should leave and go south. There he must join with old Siward and his goodly host until such a time as we may, strong and resolute, advance upon the Scottish seat of power. Then either thy husband or thy son shall we escort to see invested at Scone, that we have these long seasons planned and discussed.
And I, Sir Richard? If he doth leave, what of me? What of my house?
Thou must remain here, for fear that suspicion will fall on this very castle that you so love. Thy husband must lead this liberating force, but until that happy day upon which the title of MacDuff shall wear the crown, you must play the role of anguished wife. Doth thou still have friends amongst the court?
Thou knowest I do.
Speak to those that are thy friends, that they are not kept in disillusionment.
They may, Sir Richard, do as you direct. But thou knows, as the sun doth rise upon the morning sky, my friends at court will not wait for the setting of that sun or the rising moon. Some think that we are waiting only to have our own throats cut.
Never, dear lady, would I deal so falsely with thee. Thy noble household and its position upon the royal seat has been our desire for many years.
And yet thou urges patience even at this late hour. What if my husband doth not return from battle? Wherefore shall be the future for my children then? I think perhaps thou hast used this noble house for thy own reasons.
What reasons, noble lady?
Perhaps Duncan doth serve thy purpose more than I.
Fear not, dear lady, we already have more than enough. All kingdoms, gentle lady, are at their strongest only when they fear the wolf at the door. And now speak to thy husband.
If he yet lives, I will write to him. This castle shall be defenceless without him.
But the army your husband shall lead will defend all of Scotland. Are we in agreement, my lady?
I shall do all that thou hast asked of me.
We shall prevail. Have faith, dear lady.
The fate of nations are not decided by an act of faith. Only the whetting of blades may decide the victory. English men will not fight for the rights of a Scottish son. If there be spirits that know the inner souls of all who call on them and yet may answer, then answer me and put hope in my heart that my family will prevail. Do not, I pray to thee, ancient spirits, forbid knowledge from she that burns to know the truth of all her work. For never before have I asked for that which is forbidden, never begged the unseen forces that direct our fates, but now I do. If thou, spirits, do know all that I do wish to learn, then reveal thyself and unveil the truth that here today a mere mortal cannot see. Show me the path that I must follow.
Lady, thou dost but sleep this night. Thou hast great ambition. Thou wilt lead others to their death. Awake, for thou shalt hear of what thou seekst to know. Awake, for the war is now all won and lost. Awake to hear what others will not know. There is foul, and the foulest may be fair. We doth know all that thou may dare.
What art thou? Thy beards project that you are men, and yet thy attire betrays another form. I may be to you a lady of this house, yet thou shalt not know me, afraid of all I see. Speak. If you are but here to kill me, tell the charge that my accuser has but set down, that I may know of my supposed guilt.
Speak. Command.
He'll answer, for we do visit those that have called upon us. Those that do wish in secret to know that nature, that future before them, and the knowledge behind. Thou fears for those that know thy treachery.
I am discovered. Speak. Are but soldiers even now ready to apprehend me? Be the future of my husband. If thou know whether my husband lives or no, speak and declare it. For I will forgive thee the horrors of this world if thou wilt but speak the truth this night. I ask again, am I but discovered?
Fear not, gentle lady, but thou may conceal thy dissembling from the world.
Fear not, gentle lady, that those whose blades do clash know not for what they fight and die.
Fear not, gentle lady, that thou may play all sides as if they were one, for thou is safe and undiscovered.
Then for that intelligence I thank thee all. My house secure, my children safe, my husband unharmed. Canst thou speak to these things that here I ask this night?
The battle's won and lost.
Cawdor shall keep thy secrets.
Cawdor hath remembered thee with every thrust of his sword.
For he did fight for thy divine right. War he brought, for your throne he fought. But taken and lost his great double cross, driven by she through wind and rain, that hath led him to be slain.
Why do you tempt me thus? You say my actions are not known, and yet accuse me here in my bedchamber of all that is now past. What art thou that can scale this castle's walls and face me here? Why hast thou come? I will not beg upon my knees to apparitions that will not make their intentions clear. If thou desirest to speak, then I charge thee all to do it. Or doth thy presence this night tell me to stop in all my actions to progress my house?
Proceed.
Continue.
Thou hast thy course.
Our feats are known, thy path is set down, thy journey mapped and drawn.
Thou cannot now stop, for all must play as the spirits do dictate.
And thou must proceed until the end.
My husband will succeed.
Thy husband will slay a king.
Will kill Duncan?
This year Scotland shall have more than one monarch.
With the loss of Duncan, how will the Thane of Fife sit upon the throne?
Do not ask what thou shalt not know.
I will be answered. For thou hast not come to speak, but air and substance know. Thy master that hath sent thee all here pertains some logic in thy actions. Reveal the truth that thou wast sent to speak, or I command thee all to leave me now.
Dost thou wish to hear such words from ourselves, or that which sent us?
I will be satisfied with all that thou hast to say. Art thou gone? What of thy message? Thou all did promise to reveal the truth, upon which I now demand that thee doth speak.
Thou shalt not demand, but thou should fear to know.
What art thou, whose voice I hear, but no form do I see?
I am here, and here, and here. I am everywhere nowhere. The breeze both carry me. I see what is not known to man or woman.
I fear thee not.
Then thou art a fool, or thou hast much to fear. Thy deceitfulness might yet be learned, thy crimes made known, thy punishment administered.
I pray thee, spirit of the night, in whatever form thou takes, forgive my speech, which now I see was but the foolish words of one afraid. But if thou canst, what of the future?
Thy name will not be called in joyous reverence, but thy house shall change the fate of Scotland. I remembered always. Secrets kept.
My son?
No crown shall be placed upon his head.
Thou art a beast, to but trick me from my mind.
I have spoken truth, for never do I to mortals speak false words. Thy ambition may drive thee upon the rocks, dashed and splintered by thy own actions.
Tell me no more, for I shall hear no more and shall never believe of what thou sayest. My husband will live, my house thrive, and all will be well.
Thou shalt hear more from Inverness, and news of such methods reaches thy ear. Thou wilt know thou must do. Thou must not draw back. Thy part must be played. Thou must play thy part until
Then fashion my part I will. For I will not invariably play the female role and wait on others to decide my family's fate. To the world I will be but a woman, and wait upon events. But behind the smiling, sorrowful, tearful mask I shall perform the masculine, and direct such work as I can determine. Once Inverness is confirmed, I shall know where to direct my fire, and which flag to follow. Noble Thane of Ross,
My lady,
the battle. Which side hath celebrated great victory?
Duncan last night, with all his royal host, drank deep. The rising sun doth shine on him.
As the strange visitors have spoke. Tell me, sir, how did this happen?
His Majesty's captains, Banquo and Macbeth, did crush the opposing foe, freed Malcolm, Duncan's eldest son, and left the rebellious Norwegian and Irish lying on the field.
And the Thane of Cawdor?
Taken, my lady. The king hath already pronounced his present death.
Then the Thane is no more.
Macbeth now doth wear that title.
And my husband?
Thy husband survived the battle and heads like others to Inverness, to the castle of the newly appointed Thane.
Wilt thou join them?
Post haste I shall depart. I, like many others, have been called to join his majesty and reaffirm the pledge.
Thou must do as thou art commanded.
The English did not come.
They were not prepared.
We have waited too long for those whose words vanish in the air. And many men now lie rotting, fit only for carrion and worms. We have lost much waiting for those of the south.
Rest thy mind, gentle Thane, for all is not over. The sun has not yet set upon this kingdom. The hope that fills our hearts is not yet extinguished.
Then thou must know more than you have spoken.
Wilt thou do one more favour in my service? One more journey where I may not be seen to go?
I must not fail the king's attendance.
Indeed thou must not, for such absence will be noticed, and lazy tongues will speak of it.
What would thou have me do that I could do without the gaze of the world falling upon me?
Make thy way to Inverness, thy aim and purpose as thou hast spoke to me. Attend thee Duncan's court, mingle with the guests, and make a show of smiles and flattery. For when opportunity allows, present this letter to my husband.
What instructions doth it contain?
I will not, dear Thane, convey the details, only the general to your good self. The words written therein do urge my husband to leave Duncan's royal host and join old Seaward, south of the border.
Thy reasons, if I may be so bold?
Too often the English have promised much and delivered little. My husband I have pressed upon this letter will persuade the English to honour all they have said or leave, and realise that we friends must stand alone.
His absence may be missed.
We all must play our part, gentle Thane of Ross. We all must play our part.